Welcome back to the Iconic Wealth for Women show. We've been talking all things around building a community this time to help you grow your wealth. We know that in this day and age, building a personal brand, building a community is so powerful in relation to wherever you want to go in your life. So we're going to do a rapid fire round this time. We want to get you taking action because we know that it's no good sitting at home feeling like you're wondering what to do, where to start. You've listened in, you've tuned into all these amazing stories, but without taking action today. So we want to get into a rapid fire round of some steps that you can take if you are there. So, but the first one I want to go into is not actually an action, but more so insight. So what is the one thing before you started your community, if you'd known now what you knew then, what's one thing you would do potentially differently or you wish you could impart on someone else before they get started?
You can't please everyone, so stop trying to do what works for you. You'll always disappoint someone.
Rapid fire, go.
Find the thing that works and double down on it.
So find the thing that works, the thing that works for you and you enjoy doing.
And that also works for the person.
Perfect.
So if you've got a particular masterclass, people keep on signing up. You can run it more than once. If you go with a program and it seems to be working, don't get tempted to mess about with it too much and then go on to the next thing. Like, get that right, optimize it, and then move on to the next thing.
I like talking about the power of 5 1s. Do you know Clayton, the power of 5 1s? Where it's like one thing that you're solving. So one problem you're solving, you do it for 1 year, for one audience, for one product and service, but then you can have 2 layers of support. And that you can turn into $1 million. So if you think about Denise Duffel-Thomas, Sprayfolio, that's all they've done. So again, eliminate shiny object. Love it.
Mine will be to future-proof your community by picking the right platform for where you want the community to get to. So we made the mistake of starting by using a different platform that wasn't going to be good enough once the community got as big as it is now, and we had a real struggle then migrating people over and getting them onto the new app that we were using. So we use Heartbeat, which is very similar to Circle.
Oh, I know.
I absolutely love it, but I wish that I'd started by using that, and I didn't future-proof. It's like, get all the systems set up, get all the automations set up. You can add more and pick the right platform for what your big picture goal is and use that from the start.
I really think that's important. We haven't really taught technology or kind of platforms. I try and avoid it because everyone uses technology as the thing that holds them back. And it's like, no, you can get started and then grow your technology.
And hire someone to set it up for you that knows the platform really well. They've all got preferred partners that can help you.
Yeah.
So that definitely think about where you want to be and prepare for that when you're starting the community. Don't just wing it like I did.
Love that. So kind of think about future, not just what's now.
Yeah.
So then you can grow into the software rather than grow out of it. Love that. In relation to habits, because we know that obviously we talked a lot about consistency and being visible and things like that. What's the first habit you think that you should have if you want to build a community, Laura?
Oh, I mean, it's talking to people, but it's talking to people with a purpose. So what I wouldn't recommend is doing lots and lots of random coffee chats. So I think it's about making invitations to join you, either to join the community or to come in as a guest expert or for somebody to help you spread the word about it. So it's talking about it a lot and getting it out there on repeat as well, but being super intentional with the message there.
And I think that's good. That taps into before we were talking about, we think we're talking about it enough, but we're probably not.
Yeah.
I know I'm at fault of that sometimes. I go, I think I've been chatting about it for ages, and it's like, no, you haven't, Kylie. You haven't done a post on it for 2 weeks. It's like, brilliant. Love that. Leah.
Build time into your schedule to be part of it. Not just when you're jumping on the calls, but actually making sure that there is space in your schedule on a weekly basis where you have energy to go in and be part of the community. I don't even need to build it into my schedule now. It's such a habit for me to just pop in there regularly on a daily basis. But I think I turned my notifications off because there was too many, and now actually I have my notifications on for the community, and it makes me much more involved. Drains my phone battery very quickly. But it's I think having that, considering that as part of your business, is to be in there and to be part of it, not just showing up on the scheduled calls.
I love that. So kind of like making sure that you're fostering, it's fostering those
Yeah.
connections
Yeah.
unexpectedly, not
Yeah.
just expectedly.
Yeah.
And I
People
love that.
love it.
Yeah, and your attention to detail we've talked about. I think, like you said, doing the little things to make people feel like they're not just a number.
Yeah.
So,
Prioritise your community as much as you want them to prioritise being in it. So if you say you're doing a live or you say you're going to show up, you must do that. If it needs to be rescheduled for unforeseen reasons, okay. But on the whole, if you want your community to grow into something big and impactful and purposeful, you have to prioritise what you put into it. You've got to show up. You've got
don't
to
forget
do
them like I did.
Yeah, you've got to do the work, because if you aren't going to put in, they are absolutely not going to stick around. So yeah, I love the points that the girls have raised, and I also think that you have to prioritise it before anyone else will.
Yeah, I really love that. And make sure you apologise if you do forget them like I did. Filming the TV is more fun. No, it's not. It's about community for me as well. So, okay, so we're starting from scratch. We're literally starting from zero. What is the first thing you would do tomorrow if you're starting a new community from tomorrow? Laura?
Well, have we already got a social media presence, or
Little bit.
I would turn up on there and I would be doing the stories, or basically I'd be seen.
Mm-hmm. So get visible.
Yep, so definitely get visible, but making sure that you're having conversations, so it's not all one-sided as well. So I always say to all my women, yeah, you're expecting growth, but are you going on and sprinkling love and value and joy on other people's posts as well? So definitely going to other people's audiences, connecting other people with no other agenda. If you see that Lee does this brilliantly, if you see somebody struggling, or if you've got somebody who you know can help them, just connect and just go above and beyond in that as well.
Really love that. Leah?
Start talking about it way in advance of the launch and build a waiting list. I think that really important, and also making sure you're doing your market research to make sure what you're offering and the way you're offering it isn't too similar to anything else. There's lots of offers for various communities, and a lot of them will be very similar, but what's different about yours, you need to know that, and then you need to know that is needed and people want it. And that's where they're having the conversations, talking about on social, doing your research, maybe join some other people's communities, see what goes well, what elements you want to use for your own community. So having that research, but don't just expect to build a waiting list for a month and then launch. Unless you've got a massive audience of people that are really bought into your brand, that is never going to work. You need to have a really good run up before you launch it, and do a proper launch, not just email them once and expect everyone to join. That's not going to work.
It's like you said, just show up once, they're all going to
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
what is
need
it?
to
Build
create
it
that
and they will come.
excitement.
No,
you
doesn't
need
work
to
that way.
really
Yeah.
create that,
So it's
especially
like a
now
trailer,
more than
isn't it?
ever.
You've got to seed it.
Yeah.
You've got to get the excitement. What's going to happen?
And more
Why
than
are we
ever,
doing
there
it?
are so many communities available now. People need
Yeah.
to be really clear about what's different about yours.
Yep.
Because if you want people spending more time on their phones, which we already all spend far too much time on our phones.
Yeah.
If you've got busy people that you're demanding more time on their phone, you've got to be offering something really worthwhile for them.
Brilliant. Great. So, Mark?
I would go live every day for 30 days, and at the end of the 30 days, run something that you're inviting the people to from day one. So I would have a 30-day plan where you're talking about how you can do X, right? You can fill in the blanks. So how you can start an email list, how you could start a personal brand, how you can start using Instagram, how you can start whatever the thing is. And for 30 days, show up live once a day with 5 to 10 minutes of something, and every single day invite them to a workshop that you're going to run on day 31, and then use that 30 days to not only add value, but then direct people to do something with you. Speak to people with their faces. So don't worry about an opt-in and a landing page and all of that stuff yet. And then when the people are on the masterclass, whatever the thing is, see who these people are, like connect with them, add value, but then use that as your data. And then you take that 30 days and you repeat the good bits, you get rid of the bad bits, and you refine the bits that are in between. And then you do that for another 30 days, and then you see where you are for month 3.
3 months. 3 months launch plan there, just done. I love that. I really, really love that. So they're really practical. So what about mindset? Because we know mindset, we've just talked obviously on another show all around mindset and making a difference. So if you're the one sitting at home going, why me? Like we've talked about the struggle of getting visible sometimes, maybe how do we step into that leadership role? So what's one thing they could do from a mindset perspective so they can step into a leadership role in a community? What could they do? What's one activity? Go on.
Okay, I think the really important thing here is we're not trying to become robots, right? So if you're listening to this is not like a mindset hack that's going to make you feel invincible and, like you're on top of the world. That doesn't exist. So I think that's the first thing.
That's not my superpower, wiggling my nose. I turn up to Australia.
Yeah, there you go, right? So I think that's really important. Having a mindset that shows your fears, your insecurities and your doubts means that you're a living, breathing person experiencing life. That's a good thing. We need to celebrate that.
Yep.
It shows your brain is working, it shows that your emotional regulation is working, and it shows that you're actually present in your life. So if you have doubts, imposter syndrome, comparison, all of those things, that doesn't make you less than. It means that you need to dial into the opposite of that. So I would say the first thing you need to do is get really honest with how you speak to yourself. So my mindset hack would be, you need to sit down and say, what is it that you're saying about yourself? Is it you're too quiet? Is it you're not loud enough? Is it you're not confident enough? Is it you don't know enough? Is it whatever the thing is? And then what you need to do is you need to start creating your own opposite version of that narrative. So ask the people that love you. And I had a friend do this recently, and she doesn't have a business, but she wanted to really look at herself. She's going through a divorce and she wants to really look at who she is. So she asked her loved ones, what's 3 things that you love most about me? So if you find out, do a little audit of yourself, right? So if I know I'm a people pleaser, I know that I can sometimes struggle with rejection. I might go to my loved ones and say, what's one thing that you think makes me really confident, makes me stronger than other people you know, right? And you collect that information and you either write it down, put it on your phone, record it to yourself, and use that as your data to say, this is why I can do this thing. And then soon that will become your normal baseline. So soon that will become your baseline. And then the fears that you have will always be there. And that's a good thing, but they won't run the show.
Yeah.
So that would be what I would do.
Yeah, because most successful people always have fears.
Of course.
It never changes, does it? No matter how successful you get.
It can drive you.
So audit, so audit yourself and then go to the people that you love to find positive reinforcement that counteracts those things that you see in yourself at the moment, and use that as your notepad or journal for a month and see how different you feel. And then you will start to have that validation come through in yourself, and your confirmation bias will come in, and you'll see all of these things. But practically, that's what I would start with.
Brilliant.
I can build
Bear
on
with me
that.
1 second.
Oh, yeah.
Just 1 second.
Oh dear.
I can feel it tickling.
You've been talking so much, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. So we need to cut that out at 2:45. Sorry about that.
Are you okay?
Yep, I'm good. I'm just like, I could feel it tickling, and I was like, try not to cough too much. Yeah, exactly. Right.
I'd love to build on what Sam just said about that exact thing. I did a podcast with what's he called? What's the word?
Psychotherapist.
Yeah.
So my psychotherapist
I was going to psychokiller.
Yeah,
I thought it was just someone you knew you like.
A psychotherapist who's a friend of mine who I did a podcast episode recently, and one of the things that he taught me was taking yourself to thought court, which is similar to what you were saying. So thought court, you can only present facts, not feelings. So your imposter syndrome is all based on your own feelings about who you are. I have something called a smile file. I know you've picked up on a smile. I think you've picked up on it before. I posted about it, where you collect positive things, whether it's things people say, gifts people send, thank yous, messages. You take a screenshot of all of it and you put it in your smile file. And then on the days where you don't believe that you can, you refer back to it. That is your body of evidence. So you and your imposter go to court, and your job is to defend yourself, and your imposter's going to say, yeah, but you're not good enough, but you're too scared, you're not pretty enough to be on camera, your voice sounds weird, don't go on video. And then you go to the file of evidence that you have of how much difference you're making and how much you're helping people. That is facts. That is stuff that's come from other people, and that is the truth. Your imposter's not telling the truth, and it takes your imposter's not got a hope in hell of winning in that court, because they've got nothing to prove that you can't do it, because you're sat here, you're thriving, you're alive, and you're giving it a try. So yeah, thought court's my go-to constantly.
I really love that. I've never heard that analogy before, but again, we've had some really great analogies on this show around getting really visual around how you can deal with these sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I'm always about reverse engineering everything. I know I'm quite practical. So for me, it's always about reverse engineering. So it's like, where do you want to go? So it's like I said, going deep into that why. What's your vision? Why are you trying to create it? I think put the purpose behind it first so that you can actually have a goal and a focus. So when I started Iconic, like you said, I knew all I wanted to do was cross-pollinate industries. That was one of the big reasons I wanted to do this. So I wanted to talk from property to investing to business to growth. I wanted to cross-pollinate because some of my biggest ideas ever have come from cross-industry in knowledge and skills, which is very rare because most of the time you go to a property event or you go to a business event, and I wanted to cross-pollinate, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And again, then having a purpose behind it in relation to kind of why you want to go and then start to build a community out from there. So I think for me, it's always about reverse engineering your purpose and your why first. So then you know why you're doing what you're doing. So I think it's been really powerful. So there's some really quick tips in relation to get started. Is there a tool or a book or a resource that you'd recommend around? You mentioned one earlier, didn't you, around community? That was around the
Talk Triggers.
Talk Triggers.
Yeah, by Jabez. But the book that I would recommend is Happy Money.
Happy Money.
Yeah.
What's Happy Money about?
About that. Happy Money is about money mindset, making money, but it's actually about understanding your relationship with money and actually understanding that it's not something that you're for or against, you know, so being rich doesn't make you this type of person. It doesn't give you this persona. It's a really, really good book to readdress your relationship with money and how money comes to you, what you do with money, Happy Money. So if you're looking to grow
in any way, really.
Yeah. I think it's a really, really great book.
Fabulous. You got a resource, Leah? Or a favourite podcast, even like something that you've tuned into that's changed the way you think about things?
I think not necessarily changed how I think about things, but Daniel Priestley's first episode with Stephen Bartlett, not the recent one was very good, but the original one, and having met Daniel Priestley and his book Key Person of Influence, I think is a really, really good resource to start with. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People is a classic. Yeah. And I think understanding a lot of the concepts in those books really helps you as a leader in a community, because it helps you to understand how to make people drawn to you and how to then use that for your own benefit.
Brilliant. Love that. Laura?
Mine isn't a business book, but funnily enough, I sent it out in all my welcome gift boxes, is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. That just really lit the spark for me. In realising about, as women especially, how much we're conditioned by this world to shrink, to be small, to not take up space, to over rely on other people,
be humble,
not listen to our guts, our instincts, to not surround ourselves with other incredible women, and I just think that's like baseline what we all, and every time a new client meets it, they're like, oh my god, I can't get enough of this, I can't get enough. Because obviously that author, her life was on a completely different trajectory, and she was being told to basically just put up, shut up, deal with it, and she completely changed her life.
Wow.
At the risk of losing our audience, as a devout Christian woman who, spoiler alert, then went on to marry the female captain of the American football team.
Oh wow.
So yeah, just groundbreaking for me. Absolutely love it. I love Glennon Doyle.
My favourite one's we were talking about this earlier, is Bronwyn Ware. Have you ever read
Five Regrets of the Dying? Fantastic book.
Again, another one that really puts reality of life into things. She was a palliative care, wasn't she? Nurse?
Yeah, palliative care.
Come across from Australia to the UK, and she talks about the biggest regrets of dying. So she interviewed a lot of people. But again, it just puts
that's incredible. That
back into perspective, doesn't it? Around why we do what we do, why we want you to get out of your comfort zones. Maybe you're living a life at the moment that's not serving you, and you want to do something different. And it all starts with making that big shift, doesn't it? So if you're ready to leverage a community for wealth building, grow your network and create financial success through connection, we hope this series has been for you. We want you to go out there and actually make it happen now. Throughout the Iconic Wealth for Women show, we're diving into really powerful conversations around not only growing your wealth, but the things that go along with that. So we've done things on growing your income already in relation to diversifying your portfolios. We've talked about some of the wealth vehicles that we have. We've had some property girls in. We're going to have some investment girls in. We've talked about turning life around after 40. Like, it's never too late in relation to it. So hopefully you're going to tune into the rest of the series as well. Develop out your life to whatever you want to create it. So whether you're just starting out, scaling up, or looking for new opportunities, this series has something for you. And obviously come across and join into the Iconic Wealth for Women community. There's loads going on as well. So thank you so much, ladies. We know you have incredible communities. We know that you give back. You make such an impact on so many other people. So thank you for giving your time up to be here.
Thank you.
What's one parting thing you'd like to part that maybe we haven't discussed?
Don't be a dick. Truly,
you don't get away with
and
that.
I say this before many times, when you get into your own business, the money can be unlimited, the followers can be unlimited, all of those vanity things, you can get just so swept up, your ego can go, but keep your feet on the ground, surround yourself with people who are good, decent human beings. Yes, earn all the money you want, but what are you going to do with it, and why actually are you earning that money? Because in today's world, you can lose your mind really quickly, and nothing is ever worth that.
Love that. Got something?
Mine would be back yourself more than anything. If you're not going to be, this is always my piece of advice, if you're not going to be your biggest cheerleader, no one can do it for you. So if you want to do something that people think is crazy, do it anyway. If you want to do something that people think is not going to make you money, do it anyway. If you want to do something that people think is a waste of time, do it anyway. So back yourself. You have to. You owe it to yourself and your future and the people that love you to back yourself.
Love it, Lee.
I'd say follow your joy. All of the bad decisions I've made in business have been ones where I'm worried about how it's going to make other people happy and not me. If you want to be the best at what you do, you need to love doing it. So only say yes to the things that make you happy, the things that align with your values. And if they don't be afraid to say no and upset people, because you're never going to be good at it anyway if you're not enjoying doing it, or you won't be as good as you can be. To really go all in on any business and make it successful, you need to have fun and enjoy it and feel lit up when you wake up in the morning. Not every morning. We all have bad days.
Yeah, you're always going to have bad days.
But you know, it needs to be more fun than not. And outsource as soon as you can.
Yes.
I really, really love that.
Outsource the bad bits as soon as you can
But
afford
you
to.
have to, though. You know, it was one of my biggest turning points was last year. And obviously I went through surgery, I went through a few other things, but it was the first time I sat down again, looked at my business and went, what do I enjoy doing? Like, what am I loving about this and what do I want to do more of? And that's what I've started to add into my business moving forward, because I was just like, I want to have more fun. I want to do more interesting things with more interesting women. So thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.